posting about a film you saw and you liked or did not like. And we noticed a trend that journalists are actually at greater risk of facing online abuse and trolling. And AI is, just another form of technology that is what I would call a double-edged sword. Where, of course, as Palji started with that, she used she used ChatGPT to write the text, the introduction that she was, speaking. So all forms of technology, I believe, have this double-edged issue that they, of course, are very helpful to us and help us in various ways, but also have negative side that they lead to online abuse and trolling. And now when we are coming to AI, already my colleague Archie has mentioned that deepfakes and pornography has been the highest number of, yeah. So we have seen that this impacts women more because the society that we live in, it puts so much, it puts so much pressure on women to be a certain way, and the amount of value is given to women's bodies on how a women's body should be, and especially on modesty, which is why women are at a greater risk of pornographic deepfakes than men. And we have seen that with multiple celebrity examples. I think the biggest case was Rashmika Mandana's a couple of years back, where her deepfakes were put online and they were viral, and she was being accused of pornography. We have also seen such similar cases with Rana Ayub and also Mamta Banerjee recently. There have been cases where this has resulted in honor killing. So this is a case from Pakistan where a deepfake of a young girl was found with another man, and her father was so angry because it showed her in a what is called as a compromised position that he killed his own daughter. And we also have cases from Bangladesh where women politicians deepfakes were released just before the elections, in January this year. So, sorry. Gender plays a key role anytime we have new technological advancements, especially when it comes to the internet space. Because as much as we would like to believe that the internet is this really great place where everybody has equal opportunity, but unfortunately that is not the case, because the internet reflects the society that we live in. So it's a larger part of the society that we live in, and human biases that exist in our society towards women and towards gender minority people unfortunately also get duplicated on the internet. And I think we have to remember that people who create such technologies are also humans. So their biases also maybe not intentionally but subconsciously creep into these technologies. And unfortunately, what happens is these technologies are rolled out without proper mechanisms on reporting and thank you. So these technologies are rolled out without proper mechanisms on how to actually curb the scale of online abuse or abuse with respect to AI that happens. Already social media companies are crumbling with the amount of online abuse and hate speech that happens on the internet, on social media, on Twitter, Facebook, Meta, etc. And now with AI, they absolutely do not have the capacity to manage it. And again, unfortunately, the onus on the onus falls on women and girls to report instead of proactive measures being taken to prevent these incidents versus reactive measures taken by social media companies. That now they will set up a board, they invite I have been part of such policy roundtables with Meta where they invite civil society organizations and feminist advocates and gender advocates and invite suggestions. But I really feel that this is something that should be done before these technologies are rolled out and not as an afterthought. Yeah, and
something to the mic. Mic's the mic.